Superman pays a visit to Edge while Lois and Chrissy work together on a story. Hello, everybody. I'm Steve from VALHARTV, and today I'll be reviewing Superman and Lois episode 13. Episode 13 opens up with Edge in prison, and we flash back to a younger Tel-Ro. And he's undergoing the eradication process and getting yelled at by his father for being weak. Because he apparently needed to take a break, and that was weakness. So we really get to see that Edge has had like a hard time, especially because of his father's influence. And it really goes to show, like the difference with Superman being raised by good people and Edge getting found by a bunch of scared people who end up giving him to the military and using, experimenting on him. So, that could have been our Superman too, you know what I mean, if the roles were reversed. But, we really get to see that a little bit later on in this episode too. But throughout the whole episode, we get more flashbacks of Edge's past and what he went through at his father's hands preparing for his mission. And we even get to see a scene where he talks about his brother, Superman, and how he doesn't have to do this alone. And, I can't wait to see what happened with that, because that's kind of where the flashback ends, and this was good because it shows that Edge was trying to do something, doing what he was doing a different way. He didn't have to go it alone because there was somebody else from Krypton there that it was, was his brother. And his father was like, "Oh, it's all weakness. It's all weakness." And yeah, it was really crazy. I was kind of like, man, he could have been a good person, but it turned out the way it did. So Lois and Chrissy are going over like bits and pieces of the Edge story. Like we see that Lois is like, we need to get more interviews with people, get more pieces of the story to put everything together, so we can tell the people of Smallville what happened. And Chrissy keeps pushing Lois to reach out to her father because now everybody knows that her father runs the DOD, and everybody's trying to use the Kent family to get information. We see that later on in the episode as well. And Chrissy and Lois have a falling out because Lois is trying to protect her family, and she won't tell Chrissy certain things. And Chrissy's like, "You're lying to me. Then get out." She's like, and she stands up to Lois for the first time, like her idol. She stands up to her and was like, "We have a duty to the people." And it's like, man, I wish real life news people would be like that, because they just want to push whatever they want, not the truth, half the time. And it's crazy because we really get to see that, Lois is willing to do anything to protect her family. And that's what she's trying to do in this. And Jordan and Sarah end up skipping school, and they get in trouble, and they kind of get arrested. So we end up seeing that it's really like the cops are giving them a hard time because everybody is blaming Sarah's father, Kyle, for what Edge did. They think he was in cahoots with Edge, and he wasn't. And really, I mean, it goes to show like how far these people are willing to believe certain things. And the mayor doesn't even help the situation any either, as you see later on. Excuse me. And at the same time, Jonathan ends up hanging out with Tegan, the girl he kind of likes that's been talking to him. And they skip school as well. So we see that both kids skip school, which I thought was great. It shows that they're trying to be normal teenagers. And just when I felt like Jonathan was getting a break and something good was going to happen to him, the writers of the show said, "Nope, he's not." And I was just like, what? And what happened to him in this episode really kind of sucks. Because it seems like Tegan's interested in him, and then we find out why she's really hanging out with him, and it just blew my mind. I was like, this kid cannot get a break at all, and he really needs to. They need to give him a break and get him into doing something, maybe even with John Irons, doing something techie, getting into, things to help his family, not just sit on the sidelines like his mother, And even though Lois isn't sitting on the sidelines, she's reporting stuff. She's digging for the truth. She's investigating and things like that. So she's not even sitting on the sidelines. But I feel like they have Jonathan on the sidelines and just stuff just keeps happening to him that I'm like, dude, give the kid a break. Come on. I mean, this is a good kid. He's trying to do the right things, and he's trying to help his family. Let him do it, And we get just pieces of it as it, like when he's trying to help Jordan, learn his powers so they can find their father with the hearing and stuff like that. And it's just, I feel bad for him, man, at certain points and stuff. And they got to do something good for the kid. They really need to. So the effects in this, we didn't get a lot of effects, but again, they were good. What we got were really good. The kryptonite cage, that they had Edge in. Then at the end with Edge up in space, thought it was amazing. And this ends on a crazy cliffhanger too, which I thought was great. And we see what is to come, and we really get a glimpse of what Edge was trying to do with the Eradicator when he blew it up. So I can't wait to see what happens in this. I think we've just seen the birth of, a new villain, I want to say, but at this point we really don't know just yet. But Chrissy stands out in this episode a little more than most of them because she stands up to Lois, and Lois doesn't know what to do. And I thought it was great because of the fact that she's used to just having people like kind of go with her, kind of do what she's thinking and saying. And Chrissy's like, no. And we even get a good team up with Irons and Superman in this. So I thought it was great. I really did. So this episode found our Superman questioning whether he could become the dark individual that destroyed Irons' planet. And we get to see Clark have to make a very difficult decision. And Lois doesn't agree with it at all, but he picks Irons to be the gatekeeper for what he feels is the right thing to do. So I thought that was great because it shows that he's trusting Irons more and more, even though Irons has really been all about, deleting Superman. So I thought it was kind of good. I really did. I really liked it. And I can't wait to see what happened to Edge really now, to see if he's still there or if it's something new. I would give this at least an 8, 8.5 out of 10. This was another great episode. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys thought about this episode too. And if you guys like what I do, please hit the like button and also subscribe. Take care for now, everybody.